See, we got a box here. I was actually contacted via email about a week or so ago and asked if I wanted to not even review, but to check out some of these little castings, which we'll show you here in just a minute. So, kind of excited about it, mainly for my grandson. So, let's show you what we have. Guess it's helpful if I actually hit the tape. Move this box out of the way. And here we are. We'll show you this up close in just a moment. These are the world's smallest Hot Wheels. Now, some track. Some more Hot Wheels. Right here, and then another one. I was supposed to get two of each car because I wanted to open one and unbox one, so I'll have to find out about that. But we're going to go ahead and just open them all up right now. Again, these are the world's smallest Hot Wheels. So here's what we have so far. We've got a vehicle and a track. We've got a standalone vehicle, which is the Bone Crusher or Cruncher, I forget what it's called. We've got another car here. Then we have another car and a track. Although these may be a little bit too small for my grandson to play with. We got another one, another track, which I assume has a car in here somewhere. It looks like it maybe fell. Yes, we do. Look at that. And we'll show them up close. It's actually real die cast. That's pretty funny. I don't think we're going to be doing any customs or restos with these. And that is tiny. They do roll. So we're going to open all these up and we'll show you maybe the tracks and all that fun stuff and compare them to a normal size Hot Wheel. So we're going to set up and we'll be right back. Before we head over to the tracks to see if these actually work, I wanted to show you the cars that we got. Now you can see we've got two that are carded here, and to give you a size comparison, here is a normal size card right here. Huge difference. We got two that are carded, and then we got four more that were part of the tracks themselves. Now, two of these were in one, and then the other two had one each, because one is a racing set, which we'll get to. So here are the cards. We're going to actually crack these now. These are actually, it's like plastic. It's not cardboard, but it looks just like a genuine Hot Wheels card. Pretty cool. It looks like you just pop it open, so we can actually put our car back in there. There's the Bone Shaker. I think I called it the Bone Crusher earlier. The other one, see, these just snap, so you can actually snap them back and put another car in there. Okay, this one's got plastic on the back. And we got the other one free. So we'll take a look at these compared to a normal size casting, a 64th scale. I'm not sure of the scale of these. I don't know if they actually tell you, but they are they claim to be the world's smallest Hot Wheel. So here's a regular size casting, just a regular main line. And there's the tiny one. And these are actually die cast, base and body, plastic wheels. So they're heavy for how small they are. They're pretty heavy. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Here's the first one. Got a little bit of red line action going on there. Now these don't have a ton of details because they are really small, but they're not bad. Hopefully the camera is not too blurry because it is kind of hard to focus in on these teeny tiny cars. And now that I'm looking, it looks like we have two of these actually. So two of the same car. And last but certainly not least, probably the one with the best detail, right there, somewhat. It looks a little cattywampus, as you can tell. So we're going to take these to the track. With the tracks, I've got all three of them set up. My grandson saw them. Are those for me? I'm like, yeah, but they are pretty small. He has 5, but these can easily, I mean, these are the size of a pill. I mean, they're tiny. So I'm debating on whether or not to let him play with them. But he doesn't put too many things in his mouth anymore, except for his fingers, but we'll have to decide whether or not we give them to him. Okay, we've got all three of the tracks set up here. We've got the racing track right here, 2 lanes. We have the loop track right here, and behind that we have the little jump one. But first we will do the racing set. Now there is a little flag on the other side, and these go together just like the regular Hot Wheels tracks. Got these little connectors in the middle. You also have, I've just got them sitting up, but they come with, each one comes with one of these little clamps. So if you wanted to clamp it onto a table, you could do so they don't fall. So we will try the, again, we're going to do the side-by-side racing first. Okay, we actually moved the side-by-side track right here. Since I don't have it clamped down, leaning against that wall, it kind of wanted to fall. And we're going to take 2 cars and just let them go. There we go. So this track definitely works. You can see they work really well. I'm kind of surprised. Now we're going to go ahead and do the loop. See what happens here. That was pretty sweet. Let's, I'm kind of surprised it made the loop. Let's zoom in on that. Pretty cool. Now we're going to go ahead and take these off the actual jump. Now this goes down, makes kind of a sharp 180, and then it hits the jump. The 180 slows it down a little bit so they don't jump really that well. That one didn't do too bad, but you've got to really have a lot of angle up here, almost straight up and down, so almost vertically to get it to actually get enough speed, but it doesn't do too bad. Now all these tracks can be interlinked together, but since there's no like launch system, there's really no sense in doing that. But you can piece them together and make one long track, but again, there's no launch system. So even if you had a big long loop or a big long track, it wouldn't have enough velocity to actually make it through all the obstacles. I mean, you could obviously do the race here, have to go through the race and maybe through the loop, one through the loop and one down here, but you'd have to have them going down a hill as well. So I could do the race, go through the race, one could do the jump, one could do the loop. So it could do that. And one thing I noticed on the box, these are recommended for 8+, so 8 years old and over, which is good. But it does have a warning down here: choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3. I would probably raise that to like 5, I would think. Pretty cool little sets. I'm not sure how much they cost because these were sent to me, so I will post a link in the description. I think Amazon does sell them. I believe they're only like $6 a piece or something. They're not real expensive, but they are heavy, again, for how small they are, and they do roll. That loop is just, I'm really surprised that it made the loop. There it goes again. The loop is the best one by a long shot. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Cool little set. Again, I'll post some links below, whether it be Amazon or to the manufacturer. I try not to do a whole lot of sponsored videos on this channel or free product videos, just because it kind of takes away from the channel. I had a couple of the drones, which I have some more of those, and I haven't made a video of the last one because I didn't like it, and I just want to get away from that. I don't want to, I want to keep with the hobby, which this kind of does. These are Hot Wheels. My channel has a lot of M2, Auto Worlds, Johnny Lightnings, all that, just showing you cars. And those, none of those were given to me. Those were all just me buying them. And I kind of stopped collecting them because I give them all to my grandson. Some of them I would keep, like the Retro Entertainments. At one time I was keeping those, and that's why I did a lot of videos on those, because I'd go buy them and I really thought they were cool. But the bad thing about that was they started repeating themselves. So instead of buying the same car, I mean, you'd have a different variation. I'm not into that. I don't want to have every variation. That's ridiculous. Just give me one. That's enough. I'm not your typical collector where I have to have the card. I mean, I open everything, as you see. So hopefully I won't have too many of these videos, and if I do, they're pretty much going to be Hot Wheel related. So I apologize if, you know, some people don't like this, but I review a lot of Hot Wheels on here, so this is nothing from the norm. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those below. If anything, these are fun. If you're a true Hot Wheels collector, you're definitely going to want these, because there are guys out there that want every variation, everything that's cool. They do not list anywhere, as I already mentioned, what the scale of these are, but they are tiny, and they world's smallest. They are really, really small. So if you're the kind of collector that likes to collect all kinds of Hot Wheels, you'll definitely want to get your hands on these, especially the carded ones. They're really cool. The tracks, they're more for kids, and you're probably, you know, they're going to take up a lot of room, but the carded ones, you can take them out of the box, and then you can just hang the cards up on some pegs or what have you. They're really, really cool. So thanks for watching. We've actually moved the side-by-side track right here, since I don't have these clamped. For the love of God.